Alrighty, good afternoon. Welcome to Mean Scottish Fitness. Doing my daily drive to the gym. Now today I think I'm just gonna knock out a quick arms exercise. I did leave it about 20 minutes later, I usually do. But I cooked an awesome breakfast. Well, let's call it lunch. But anyway, it was my second meal of the day. And anytime we fry potatoes, we never have enough potatoes. We could always eat more. But probably it was a good thing. So fried potatoes and onions in olive oil. It's seasoned with Himalayan salt and fresh ground pepper. And then eggs cooked in butter. Can't ask for much better than that. Now today is TGIF. I got the weekend off again. So life is good. It's an easier day at work. Only will be unloading, and I should have a more relaxing day, which you need from time to time. So I'm looking forward to that. Get a good arm pump. Might even go to the gym tomorrow. I'm just not sure what I'm going to do. I'm pretty happy about hitting that 450 bench. And that was an all-out effort. But I got it. So I haven't hit 450 in over 3 years. So that was a huge accomplishment. I'm feeling really happy about that. This is why you stay on your goal. This is why you have to fight through adversity. You have to fight through, when things are not going your way, you got to keep push through it. Even though, you see yourself sloping down and back up and back down and back up. And you got to stay the course. It kind of goes with that quitters never win and winners never quit. So I'm glad I didn't quit, and it came close. There were a few times I had that conversation. Is it time to back off? Is it time to just sit there and accept? Is it time to say, here's where you're at, and it's not going to get any better? And a lot of people do that. And I decided, no, that time is not here. So I am extremely happy I kept the course. I know how difficult it can be. Those that have been following me for years have seen where I started, where I am now, and how much it has changed, and how much my health has improved, and my strength has improved. Just my quality of life overall has improved. So they're all tied into it. I mean, fitness is the base. As physical fitness also gives you mental fitness. And when you have mental fitness, it's easier to stay physically fit. Too often we settle. And we're doing it because we're either taking bad advice or we're taking our own bad advice. And I'll see that in the fitness world with comments and that. People who just have given up and they expect you should have too. Stop lifting heavy, old man. You do what you do, I'll do what I'll do. What are you trying to prove? You're trying to prove anything. That maybe it can be done. You're not going to be doing that long to keep that up. 50 years so far. So I'm going to have to disagree with some of those comments. Because whatever goal you're setting, there's going to be obstacles. There's going to be setbacks. There's going to be naysayers. And some of those naysayers are people maybe your friends. And consciously, they were probably not trying to do you wrong, but at a subconscious level, they may have. I was at a Halloween party 15 years ago or whatever. Some of the people I grew up with were all sitting there having a chat. And one of the wives were like, they were talking about this guy in the gym was benching 315, 3 plates on each side. And she mentioned, well, that's just ridiculous. Why somebody would bench that weight. So another friend of mine who kind of is quick to be the sarcastic, smart guy goes, well, Jan, how much do you bench? Well, I bench 4 plates. I bench 405. Of course, he's laughing. And she's just like, well, that's just ridiculous. I said, for you? Yeah. I said, but I can do it, so it's not ridiculous for me. All right? It doesn't make me better than anybody. It just means I can do this. I made it a goal. And actually, the reason it became a goal is because another lifter, Aaron, very strong individual, used to work out in Homer Glenwood all the time. You know, he asked me, well, why don't you bench 405? I said, oh man, I'm 6'4", I got these long ass arms, you know, and I stopped. I said, what am I doing? Here I'm always talking about holding yourself back, and there I was running right into it again. So at the time I was benching like 335. I gave myself 2 years to get to 405. And that was my goal, and I trained towards that goal. And 20 months later, I hit 405 for the first time. It took me a couple months to hit it again. But then my goal was to stay at 405 or better. And I was at 405 for a very long time. You know, it was probably another 4 or 5 years before I hit 425. You know, and then it was probably another couple of years before I hit 440. So it's a slow progress. Now, once you get there, it is faster to get back to it, and that's explaining why you're seeing the gains you are, is because it's muscle memory. I have built that muscle there. I just had to get it back in shape. So I want to get back to 480. That'll be happy, and then from there I'll make a decision. We'll have to see how my shoulders are holding up. But you know, all the lifting I do is just makes them stronger, don't make them weaker. So hoping by fall I'll have 480. Don't need to be in a hurry. We're just barely into June and I got 450. So I'm pretty ecstatic and pretty happy with that. So we'll see what I get at the end of June. 455 would be nice. Maybe 460 by July. You know, 465 by end of July, 470 by August, 475 by the end of August. Come September, I think 480 would be great. So that's my goal, 480 by September. When September comes. There's a song about that, I'm sure. So everybody, state a goal, do your fitness, whatever your goals may be. Get out and get physically fit so you can enjoy doing other things. You know, I did a lot of work around the garden this morning. Did my little chat underneath the oak tree. But I did that on Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, please do if you're on it. Same thing, Bean Scottish Fitness. And I do post my short videos there. And I'm going to start doing lives there because it's pretty easy to set up a live there. And I get a lot of interaction on it. So everybody remember, rest, nutrition, hydration, proper exercise, and have fun in the sun. Have a great weekend.